Okay, guys, we're gonna talk about a big announcement that Jessica Robinson leaves the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh with another players. I am Julio. I played 10 years ago this game, and I think that I can put my personal opinion about the things that makes Jessica to drops the competitive game. The first critic that says Jessica is that the directing of the game design is going each year for a grown part. In my personal opinion, in the last years, we don't see a big significant change between the current format of Fiendsmith, the tier 0 Tear, or the tier 0 Castilla. So for me, that isn't that correct. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still with this method of overcreeping year per year, and I don't see a big difference between the format that we have currently that the past year's formats. In general, he also says that he's disagreed with the power give of Fiendsmith Engine. First of all, we are talking a little quickly because Konami says that will be a new ban list in August. So they say that this format is only temporal, just to see how the Fiendsmith cards work, and I am sure that they will fix the format, hitting some sneak eye cards and other variants or cards toxic like Beatrice. The problematic cards that Sid also talks in his video are the lingering effects like Dimensional Shifter, Mulch Army, Drolan Lockbeard, and Spooky Dogwalk. In my opinion, I think similar that Jessica in that spot, that are the lingering effects. Sometimes just drop one Drolan Lockbeard or Dimensional Shifter is an insane win condition, and sometimes don't need a skill to do that. But about Spooky Dogwalk, I think so different about her position. Konami put some rules that makes the time end when past 45 minutes, and Spooky Dogwalk in general don't should be a problem, but the principal problem is that Konami is making decks that burn in the end phase. So what happened to the players that play decks that don't have a burn by itself, that needs to play like a cowboy inside deck, like a Spooky? Because if you don't have that tool, you will lose a lot of games just because the time rule. So I don't see that the Spooky Dogwalk is the toxic card at all, but maybe we need to fix the time system. Also, he says that the difficulty of topping is now more randomly because in the top cut of the last important tournaments, we didn't see important names in this tournament. The first of all, he talks a little about the playoffs. The playoffs, especially in Europe, is a ranking that you win points playing tournaments in events. Depending where you live, for example, in my case, if I live in Spain or other little countries, for example, Italy, we don't have any opportunity to play this ranking. So only the players that have money and time to travel week a week in countries like Germany, United Kingdom or France, always is the same top cut. Also, we didn't say that in this season, Europe has an YCS. That means that only the people that lives in the zones that has more tournaments with biggest people has the opportunity to go to the playoffs. So say that the players don't top because the format is more random and the top cut is with less level because are people that doesn't have points of the playoffs, I think that is a big mistake. Also, he talks about the luck factor. In general, I think that here we have two spots of this format. You can play the Fiendsmith Engine, that is the most representative one and powerful, or the counterpart, that is the Shifter Lines or Stun decks. It's true that Shifter is a grown card for the game design, but what happens when you don't have a great card to stop the principal strategy that is the most powerful ones? That you only can counter the toxic cards with another toxic cards. So so Shifter is a problem. Yeah, of course, but a lot of cards of Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, and in the past were a problem. We are flipping Flood Grid since years ago, and I don't think that this is a current new problem. Then, If we're gonna talk about the prices, he also says that he's disappointed with the prices on Yu-Gi-Oh! This is something that we think in general all the players. I don't think that we need to get money for top in events, but at least the top 64 should have more prices that compense the flight, the hotel, and different things. In special, the price card that gets to Konami are vanilla cards that are impactful in the metagame, and also the traders don't want that cards because don't have an impact in the history of the game. So maybe could be better make cards like a new Dark Magician or a different variant of important cards of the current metagame like as Blossom, Prosperity, or other staples. Also, she talks about the toxicity and community. I think that this problem we see also because we are in this community in special. I played a lot of another TCGs and games, and this is the problem that has all the communities, in special when we are playing a competitive gameplay. Also, the impact that has Yu-Gi-Oh! In special is that it's too difficult to the new players become to start in the game, because you can test with newest players and you will start with players that played a long time ago. So in special, I think that CS Burn, with all the things that happen in the game, also I think that he said something that I think similar with the prices, but the other points I think too different, in special about the level of the players, because in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament the top cut is only for 64 players, and in the world exists more of 64 players. The people only see the people that tops and is famous, but they don't see the people that is in the bubble that are also great players. Also, I think that don't be a popular person or people that topped in the past become you a look to top the next events, and a people that is a random guy that tested himself week a week and prepared his deck to top an event and don't become the event of less level. That's all. I tried to explain a little I could. Sorry for my English, and see you in the next video.